everyone. This is Selvi, a data science intern at the Sparks Foundation. As a data science intern, I've been assigned various tasks to do, of which this is my first task. That is a prediction using supervised machine learning. It involves simple linear regression using two variables. Why two variables? Because the given data contains two columns. One is the number of hours studied, and the second one is the target label, that is the percentage of the student based on the number of hours studied. The given data can be found at the given URL, as you can see here. It can be found there. What we have to do here is we have to predict the score of a student if he studies for 9.25 hours per day. So let us quickly get into the coding part of the task. At first, I'm just importing the pandas libraries as PD, and using the given URL, I'm reading the given data by read underscore CSV function. Df dot head of 10 just displays the first 10 rows of the given data. As you can see, this is the first 10 rows of a given data. The first column contains the number of hours studied, and the second column contains the scores based on the number of hours studied. So the next is df.shape. Df.shape just gives the number of rows and number of columns data contains. As we already know that it contains two columns. The additional info here is it contains 25 rows. Df.info. The next is df.info. It just gives a brief description of our data. That is, it contains 25 columns and 25 rows and two columns. And also number of non-null rows it contains. That is, it contains 25 non-null rows for hours and 25 non-null rows for scores. The next is df.describe. Df.describe just gives a quick description of our data. That is the count of number of rows given data contains. That is, has contains 25 rows and the scores contains 25 rows, as we already know. And the mean of number of hours studied, and the scores for mean of the scores. Next, the standard deviation and the minimum number of hours studied, and maximum number of hours studied, minimum number of minimum score the student has taken, and the maximum score the student has taken. So the next is I'm just visualizing the given data using a scatter plot. For that, I'm just importing the matplotlib .pyplot library as PLT, and then using a scatter function for scatter plot. I'm just doing a scatter plot for the given data, a given data set. I'm just labeling the x and y direction as hours and scores respectively. So this is the scatter plot of a given data set. The next is I'm just separating the feature and the target from the given data set. A feature and target is nothing but the feature is the independent part of our data, and the target is nothing but the dependent part of our data. The independent part is obviously the number of hours studied. The dependent part is the percentage of the student, that is the score of the student based on the number of hours studied. I'm just putting number of hours studied into the x variable. As you can see, this is the number of hours studied. The x contains number of hours studied. The next is I'm just putting the number of percentage of that is the score the student has taken into the y variable. As you can see, this is the y contains the number of scores the student has taken, the list of scores the student has taken based on the number of hours studied. So the next, I'm just splitting the x and y for training and testing purpose. For that, I'm just importing the train test split function from the sklearn model selection libraries. So xtrain xtest contains the training and testing data for the given data set, and ytrain and ytest contains the training and testing purpose testing for the from the given data. this is the test size have given the test size have given us 0. 0.2. That is for testing purpose I am just assigning 20% of the given data set, that is remaining 80% is for training purpose. Model building. The next is a model building. For this I'm just importing a linear regression from the sklearn model libraries. Then I'm just using a regressor, that is a CLF. Here is the regressor. So I'm just assigning the linear regression into this CLF variable. The next is I'm just we'll train the model. The next we'll do is training the model. For that we'll fit the model on the trained features and target, that is x train and y train. uh, so the next is a prediction. The CLF dot predict of X test just predicts the number of based on it predicts the scores of the student based on the number of hours studied. This is the predicted values for the scores. As you can see, 16.88 something, 33.73 something, and so on. These are the predicted scores that we have obtained. So the next is CLF dot score. This score function just gives the accuracy of a prediction. The accuracy of a prediction that we have obtained is 94.54 something, which is actually which is actually a pretty good value. So the next is I'm just using a scatter plot to plot out how a model has predicted. For that, I'm going to use the model to predict on the whole data set. The first line here is for the regression line L. The regression line here is L, and this is for that statement, regression line statement. And then I'm just plotting the test data. As you can see here, this is the regression line. The blue line is the regression line, and the dots are almost close to the regression line. So this indicates that it is actually a pretty good plot. So yeah, it is a pretty good plot. And further, I've mentioned the x direction as hours and the y direction as the scores. So the next is I'm just gonna view the actual and the predicted data side by side. As you can see here, these are the actual scores they have given on the given data set, and these are the predicted scores that we have obtained. So for 20, for the actual score, the actual score is 20. The predicted one we have got here is 16.884, and for 27 we have got 33.732, and so on. This is actually a comparison between actual and the predicted scores. So the next is for the given input, that is for 9.25 hours. I'm just predicting the score of the student if he studies for 9.25 hours, and for that I'm just using the predict function, and the input given is 9.25 hours. And the output we have obtained is for 9.525 hours. If a student studies per day, he would get 93.691 score. So the next step is I'm just gonna display the mean absolute error, and for that I'm importing the metrics from the sklearn library. Um, and then I'm using the mean absolute error function on the y test and y predicted value, and the mean absolute error we have got is 4.183 18385 something. I hope this video is clear to you, and thanks for watching.